Sci-fi and fantasy screenwriters and authors. It seems like you're running into a little bit of I don't want to say toxic situation. It sort of feels like that, but it also feels like there's going to be a sense of relief with that. Toxic situation sounds a lot heavier than it probably is. You're going to feel a little like irked, but you're a lot more stable than you think you are. So this is how I got there. Three of swords reversed, 10 of wands reversed, which is a completion card. And when a completion card comes up reversed, I usually get that a querent hasn't accepted an ending. But again, with the 10 of wands, you're releasing a lot of responsibilities. Even though you're a little hurt over it, you're going to be thankful that you're releasing a lot of whatever this is. Because of this, you're going to probably feel a little trapped. You are a lot more stable than you think you are. You have the power to keep going, and there's a stability thing here. I think that you might be feeling a little unstable right now, and as the month goes on, that's where all these other cards are going to come in. There is a Seven of Pentacles reversed. Again, with the 10 of Wands being reversed, you also got the Nine of Wands reversed. So it almost feels like you're standing by yourself alone and you're tired. You're exhausted. You also have the Ace of Cups reversed. So whatever you're feeling, whatever you wanted to get out of whatever you're doing right now with this project, it's probably a no. And it sucks. You've probably been working on this project for a really long time. You've probably put your heart and soul into it. And something's not working out. It's probably just something you might need to just put away for a while. It's probably something that you just shouldn't be working on at this moment in time. You also got the Hermit reversed. The two things came up with me for that was one, go outside, or two, share your knowledge. If this is a toxic situation, share your story. I know that it's going to be a little like, victim. There might be some victim blaming somewhere. There might be a he said, she said, or whatever, but share your knowledge, share your story. Even if it's a knowledge about a project, like I found out that the project wasn't working because X, Y, and Z. I found out that the project was not right for this network or this publisher or whatever. It just kind of share your knowledge with the lesson that you learned from whatever is going on with this situation. The card at the bottom of the deck you got was the Two of Cups, and that was also reversed. So it's almost like I wouldn't expect outside help. Look more on the inside toward yourself. You have 7 reversed cards, and a reversed card is blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy. So even though it feels like you're going to want to make a move with the Seven of Pentacles, and even though it seems like you're hurt over all this stuff, the card in the middle is this Four of Wands. I would just want you to remember that you are a lot more stable than you think you are. And even though it feels like this is something that you really, really wanted to work, this is something you really tried to do, it's probably going to be a release in the long run. You just probably weren't meant to be there. And this is probably what that's telling you. And it's going to put you on the right path to go where you need to go creatively with this project or your writing journey in general. Sometimes when a card comes up reversed, it means the energy of the previous card. So with the 10 of Wands reversed and with the 9 of Wands reversed, you might be at the 8 of Wands, which is about fast movement. Sometimes it's moving too fast to where you can't catch up. And because you've got the 7 of Pentacles reversed, you're not standing and watching around, you're not standing and taking stock of what you have and how far you've grown from when you first started. So there is a little bit of a pause there, but sometimes it also means moving really fast because you have no patience. And that's also the 8 of Wands. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there if there is that feeling toward this thing. Acknowledge that so that you can move forward and use this magician energy. Numbers, we're going to discuss 3, 10, 8, 1, 4, 7, 9, 1, 9, 2. Now, if you add all those up, you get 54. 5 plus 4 equals 9, which is the Hermit in the Major Arcana. And again, you got the Hermit. So the Hermit is trying to actually tell you something. Talk about whatever is going on. Talk about your feelings. Communicate. Don't hold it in. Don't keep researching why did this happen. Share what you're feeling. Share what you've learned. And it might release a little bit of some tension that you're feeling at this at this point in time. I mean, there's a little bit of this. I'm double check. I've got 10, 8, 9, and 9. And there's a 7 there. It seems like you might be numerology says you might be reaching the end of a cycle, or at least gearing up toward the end of something. So just something to kind of keep aware of, if this is something that you're kind of like booted out of or something. And especially if you're booted out of something beyond you're out of control, someone does it to you and you're not in control of that. Elementally wise, you're pretty evened out. You've got earth, air, fire, and water. Air and fire are 3, and earth and water are 2. We're gonna now kind of narrow that down. You've got the magician and you've got the hermit. Because air is your stronger one, that's the element that the magician is associated with. We want to try to probably focus more on the earth element, which is going to be the hermit. In order to find out a little bit more about maybe what the hermit is trying to tell you, I would really pay attention to Virgo and Mercury. Now, I'm not an astrologer, so I can't really tell you what those are. I've tried. It's not my strongest suit or strongest subject, I guess I should say. And so I just give that as homework so that you can go and see what resonates with you. Color-wise, I'm gonna actually go back to this 4 of Wands, and I'm gonna say green. Oh, I just got chills. Woo. I'm gonna say green. Green seems to be the thing that it's the brightest color. This deck has kind of a brown bronze, maroon-esque feel toward it, but green just really stood out. And the other color that really kind of stood out was more of like a cloudy sky. And I know that's kind of weird to say, but if you look at these 3 cards, they all have a cloudy sky. It's not like gray and it's not blue. It's just like clouds are in the sky and like a light layer. So that's just something I would pay attention to color-wise. See, everything else is just dark. Everything else is just bronze and maroon. And I mean, there is a little bit of brightness here, but it's not the colors that reached out to me today. But you've got all these other like oranges and stuff. And those are the colors that reached out, that struck to me today. Now I do pull 3 extra cards. We have the perfect sandwich, and it came up reversed. So what's not the perfect sandwich? I don't really know what that would mean, but see if that helps. We got river. And I also pull a writing prompt. And this is, how can you make the conflict in your latest scene bigger, more tense, and more painful for your characters? I just had a weird visual of Joey Tribbiani from Friends because of the perfect sandwich and having that just fall apart on him. I find that funny. So in closing, I do want to let you know that I am forming an intimate writers community. It's called Flow Your Mojo, and it's going to be where writers can come together, learn tarot, connect with their intuition, and write faster. I want to help you help them, I guess, help you as well, work with your creativity and not on your creativity. And I'm creating this group as a way to sort of get off of social media, more of an intimate space where we're not going to be bombarded with like Facebook groups where every other person is a coach trying to steal you from that group or trying to sell you something. This is just something a little bit more intimate, and a little bit more where writers can just come to write. Learn tarot, add something to your writing toolbox, learn a new skill, write something, and just keep that flow going creatively. There's a 50% off lifetime membership right now. So if you want to go take a look at my bio and take a look at it, it's literally $22 right now. Or depending upon which tier you pick, $22 is the main one. With that, I would like to ask you to like, follow, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to speaking with you in the next one.